Okay, I think we're ready to go. First of all, Mark, congratulations. 2017 MotoGP World Champion, the 4th MotoGP World title, the 6th World title. It has been a truly extraordinary season, isn't it, for so many reasons.
Yeah, of course, it has been a really tough season. I mean, many up and downs, many difficult moments, many good moments. But yeah, I would like to have here all my team, all my family, the people that helped me, fan club, because they helped me a lot this season, especially in the first part of the season has been very hard. Even I will tell you one thing. It was Le Mans, Mugello, Montmeló. After Montmeló, I was with my hair dresser, and she say, "What's going on? What's happened?" I say, "Why? You are losing the hair." I mean, no, it's true. And then I say, "No, I'm 24. It's impossible." And my father have hair. I mean, but then I go directly to Dr. Charter to the hospital. And he say, you need to change the approach of the races or something, because your stress inside your body is too much. And that realized, I'm always smiling, always be happy, but inside of me, you know, we are humans and the tension is there. We are nervous, but when you have such a good team around you, such a good persons, helps a lot. And since you are in a hole, but you can go out and be better and better, and especially the second part of the season for me has been perfect. We control all the timings, all the moments, and finish always in the podium, just Malaysia. But yeah, we were there.
And after that had happened, did you change your approach? Did you change the way you rode the bike? Did you think, I'm Marc Marquez, I ride this way?
I mean, of course, I changed my approach, but especially I changed the feeling with the bike. We did a big change on the bike, and then I get the feeling again, the correct feeling, and I start to enjoy it again on the bike. I mean, we were, after Le Mans, we were on the car going to the airport with Emilio and Jose, and I told them, I'm not enjoying on the bike. I mean, I'm just riding because I need to ride, but I'm not enjoying. And then we change the mentality and we say, first of all, we need to find a way to enjoy it on the bike. Then we will find the results. But we go on that way. We just work hard on the test. We did more than 100 laps every test day, and we find a way to enjoy it. Even, yeah, I had many crashes, hard also yeah, I say, yeah, a crash is a crash, but tomorrow will be better. But it's difficult also for a rider to understand and to forget the crash and go out again next morning and be fast again. But anyway, I was able to do it because the team. Because after a crash, the team will say, we are happy, we will repair the bike, and blah, blah, and we will not be boring during the afternoon. And, you know, when you have such a great people, everything is easier.
I think it's 27 crashes in the season. I mean, that is a remarkable record.
27 and a half.
3 quarters, I think. Yeah. 27 and 3 quarters or half crashes. And that is an extraordinary statistic, isn't it? And to win the world title.
Yeah, that means that it was not easy. It was not easy. Was not easy title. I was pushing every practice. I mean, was always all in since FP1. I mean, I was going out and be convinced that I was able to be fast. But of course, it's something that we need to change for the future. And always I try to be realistic on the way. And yeah, we won. We are happy because we won. But it's a few points that we need to improve for next year. And yeah, now we will enjoy it and everything. But Tuesday started the new season. But we will see. Now, forget the problems for 2 days and just enjoy.
And what about Andrea Dovizioso? What a season and what a rival he turned out to be.
Yeah, I already say before, I'm disappointed that he didn't finish the race today because, you know, was an incredible opponent, incredible person. I mean, I have a really good relationship with him. Especially also the Ducati guys. I saw on the big screens that they go to my box to congratulate the mechanics. I mean, full respect. This is very, very nice, and you know, I learned many things from Andrea. I learned especially mental things. The way to approach the races, the way to approach the weekends, show me that that you need to understand well and forget the others. And this is something that not many people can do it, and he's one of the best ones, or maybe the best ones to control that.
And just finally from me, you say already you've got to think about 2018 on Tuesday. Johan Sarko is here. There's people coming through. It's going to be another tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, next year will be another year. At the moment, until 1st of January, I'm the world champion. Then 1st of January until next month, we will see. But from 1st of January next year, I'm another rider. I mean, will be a new year. We will hope to fight again for the championship. We will try to work hard on the preseason, like always we do. But like we saw this year, you need to pay attention in all the riders. Johan will be very fast. He finished the season in a good way. Dobby, Ducatis. We will see how is the level of the Yamaha also. But at the moment, just enjoy it and forget for minimum 2 months the problems.
Mark, thank you. So
Thank you.
questions from the floor, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Nick, for the last questions that you asked. And I think it was in Malaysia that you said that when you're racing, you're always controlling the board of your opponents. I don't know if it was there or in Australia. Were you seeing today that Ducati was always putting on Lorenzo for a few laps, Minusan, to give a position to Dovi? Were you kind of understanding what was happening?
No, I honestly I didn't see. I was checking my board because we put a new thing in the top that was the position of Dobby plus the distance with me. So it was always 5 plus 2 seconds, 1.8. And just I was looking my board and waiting to pass the laps because, like I say, I was really comfortable behind Johan, but I was too much comfortable, and then I was losing the concentration in a few times.
Hi, congratulations. Many sports, many races now share that they do use psychological help and mental help. Are you using any? Are you, if you don't mind sharing, or are you planning to use any for next seasons?
Well, my mental coach is my team. I mean, is my team, the people around me. I think is the best way. If you have a good atmosphere, if you have a positive atmosphere around you, even in a bad moments, is the best mental coach.
Mark, you just said that after Le Mans you changed a big thing on the bike. Can you give some more details, and how important was the arrival of that new tire, I think, in Mugello? How did this change the whole scene?
I mean, the new tire, of course, I think was a little bit helpful, or be a little bit safer for all riders, because in the first part of the season, if you see first 5 races, we had many strange crashes during the races, and yeah, this was a small help, but was for everybody. Just the level increased for everybody, and then yeah, on the especially Montmeló test after Le Mans, we did a Montmeló test. We changed there. We tried a different chassis. That was not a new chassis. Was like another specification that was using Cal and the others, because I was using a different one and I felt a little bit better. Then step by step we try a few different things, and step by step I get the feeling. I mean, when we are riding in the limit in that level, it's so difficult from one day to the other. Try one thing and be half second faster and be safe. I was faster, but I was not safe 100%. For that reason, many crashes. But for next year, I want to understand why this, and I want to understand during the preseason how to get a better feeling with the front and understand better where is the limit.
Mark, this year's championship was you took a lot more risks than you did to win the championship last year. You were a bit more Marquez style. Is that something else that helped you mentally with being a bit more relaxed, to be able to ride your own way instead of trying to ride in a different way?
Yeah, the main difference is like next year we start the season so good, the opponents did a few mistakes, and then we get a big advantage, and we just try to manage that advantage. This season, summer break, we were 5 riders in 28 points, so it was time to attack. And the problem is that Dobby was so fast and so constant. I mean, if I was second, he was winning. If I was winning, he was second. So always we were there. But we was able to open some advantage in Brno, but then we lost in Silverstone. But we react so good from that problems, and we finish all the races in the podium, just Silverstone. So yeah, that was the main reason. That was very tight, and I was all in. I mean, even you saw last lap of Austria, last lap of Motegi. Even that I didn't fail, I was just trying.
Mike, which was the most important victory of the season, in your opinion?
Yeah, I believe that it was Germany and Brno, because one was before the summer break and the other one was after summer break. I mean, it's important to go on the summer break in a good way, and it's important to start in a good way, because then you get in a good atmosphere, good feelings, and looks like you are there fighting for the championship. And in a few circuits that are not good for your riding style, you are able to improve or to absorb these problems, and for me were the most important.
Mark, yeah, many winners last year and some unpredictable races this year. Are these some of the best times for MotoGP, do you think? Do you get that feeling from the fans as well?
For me, yeah. For me, the show what we have now, since electronic, but since Michelin arrived. I mean, one of the good things this year is that we have 3 front tires, 3 rear tires, and then each manufacturer can choose the best one for his bike, and then makes everything much more equal. And I think for the fans, it's much more exciting, and I like it and I love it. Honestly, 2013 I won the championship, but the races, you know, a bad race was a bad day was a 4th position, and in the end it's not a real championship. Real championship is like we have today, that 4 or 5 riders fighting for the victory, and if you do a small mistake or if you have a bad day, you can finish 10th place easy.
Mark, you walked us through your save. Do you think that extra feel that you have when you're losing the front and being able to pull off those miracles comes from your dirt track training, or is it just something that comes naturally to you and that's why you take so well to dirt track?
I don't know. I don't know, but for me is that more than training dirt track or motocross or supermotor is the way to approach the practice. I mean, if during the practice I have 27 crashes, but I learned something, and it's safe crashes. I crashed 27 times, but I've been maybe 50 times close to crash. So that gives me some, I don't know how I can explain, but some feeling on the bike, and with 27 crashes you can understand many things, you know, this I can save, you know, and it's like this, but of course I wanna improve for the future, and try to be a little bit same level, but safetier.
Mark, first of all, congratulations. I have 2 questions for you. The first is, you said the first part of the season you lost a bit of the enjoyment of riding a bike. Was there one particular race or session when you suddenly felt that enjoyment return? And the second question is, after the race at Assen, you said something that was quite curious to some of the Spanish journalists. You said you had seen Valentino in that race. Yamaha had a new chassis, the improvement that made, and you were already thinking about 2018. You thought it was going to be very difficult to win this year's championship. Was that a genuine fear for you, or were you trying to provoke maybe a reaction from Honda or something?
No, of course. I mean, during the season, I already saw last year, but even more this year. for some reason, everybody have many up and downs. But of course, when you start not so good, it's more difficult to get back again. But yeah, then like you say, Le Mans was difficult. Mugello then was so difficult, but then I say, okay, change the approach and finish the race. Then Montmeló, I mean, it was extra motivation at home, and I crashed 5 times in one day, I think. But then I finished second on the race. And since that was okay, and then you are true that in Assen, Valentino was very, very fast, even on dry. And I believe that that they found the way to be stronger and faster. But with Honda, we always push and we always work very hard. I mean, they are the first that they want to have the best bike and to improve and to give better items, new items, better items to the rider. So it's for me, it's not necessary to push too much. If I say like this, speaking normal, they understand. If you say angry, they understand and they get in panic. So no way. It's better to speak, and speaking. If you speak well, the people can understand everything.
Mark, this year a major change was the character of the engine with the Big Bang. Do you think that maybe this is one reason of the lot of crashes? And what do you need more from this engine? You need more power in order to come closer to the Ducatis?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is one thing that is impressive. Not many manufacturers can put one engine new without experience on the first season and win the championship. This is the power of Honda, and they did an incredible job. But this maybe was the main reason because we start not so good the season. But it's normal. In the end, when we get the experience, we understand many things. The crashes are not related about the engine. But of course, if you have more power, then you can be slower on the corners because the lap time comes easier. But they are working hard. We are working on the engine, on the chassis side, and try to be faster and improve. And every year, I mean, this is a competition, and we are riding a prototypes, and it's like during the season. I mean, now, yeah, we will try the new bike, but during the season, is coming new items, and you are just working because you know that in the middle of the season can arrive a new chassis or new thing.
Mark, congratulations. You are the youngest 6-time world champion of the history. I would like to know if in your mind there is a number of titles that would like to reach.
No, honestly, I don't want to think about a number or about a name or about a limit of. I just want to enjoy it, and I'm living a. I'm in a dream, and I want to continue on this dream, on this sweet moment, because I'm 24. I'm in the world that I dream since I was 5 years old. I'm very happy, very proud. I have a very good team. Everything is really nice on my life. So I just want to keep enjoying, and of course, if in the end of the season you can celebrate a championship, is much better. But I know that I'm touching on the ground that we are world champion since December. I mean, until December. Since January will be a new season, and I hope to fight again one more year and like this.
In this 6th championship, it seems like this year your main rival you have better connection to, better relations with, and no bad feelings or a bad character, let's say. Is that make it easier when you fail, or is it less help when you're trying to prepare yourself for the fight on the track?
No, in the end is the same. I mean, if you see with Dobby, we have a really good relationship, and he's a really good guy, and since I arrived here, the relationship is good. But when we were on the track, the fights are there. I mean, in Austria, in Motegi, during the races, and it's normal. We have respect each other. We have a good relationship, but when you are in the track, you are fighting for what you want, and everybody want to be the top and leading. Some of riders accept better, some of riders worse. I mean, it's different characters also. But I understand that this is racing, and when we are with the helmet on, I mean, it's no friends. Outside the track, you can have friends, but inside the track is just pushing for your goal.
Mark, over here. I have a question about the race. You said earlier on that you learned things from Andrea. But it seemed like today you were more stressed than, before. You've been in the situation before. Did that surprise yourself as well, that you made more mistakes than normal? And also, last Thursday, you were asked to give a mark for this season between 1 and 10. How would you rate this race for yourself?
No. I was not very stressed. I mean, I was everything under control because the warm up was good, and in the start, honestly, if not, I will say I was relaxed and I was convinced that everything will go well. But the problem was that during the race I was so comfortable behind Johan that I was losing a little bit the concentration sometimes. Because I was able to ride much faster, and sometimes happen when you are riding too slow. Then it's so difficult. Maybe the way was lead the race and push until the end. But when I tried to push, was because I was scared about Johan. I tried to push too much for try to open a small gap because I know that he wanna try. And what I don't want to have two riders out like me and Johan, or for that reason was the mistake. But apart of that, the race I think was under control, and I was doing a really good race. The race. Well, 9. I mean, the target was there. I mean, it's depend. I was able to go out, close the gas, be fifth, and finish the race easy. But it's not my style, and will be never my style.
Mark, Crutchlow has just told us that 4 or 5 years ago there used to be 4 riders, 4 aliens that could win MotoGP championships, and now there is only Marquez and then everyone else. How does it make you feel to hear your rivals talk like this?
I mean, of course, I appreciate a lot, Carl, and thanks for these goals, but I mean, in the end, it's all about situations. We are living today, and yeah, I won the championship, and of course now I feel unbeatable, but next year, I mean, on Tuesday we will be again on the bike, and if it's a new rider faster than me, will be him. I mean, I remember the preseason that Maverick was very fast, and yeah, we saw that he will be the champion. Then on the mid of the season, I was maybe 35 points behind the leading. I mean, we need to be realistic, and we are in the World Championship. The best riders, and like Dobby demonstrate this year, you cannot forget nobody. Everybody can win.
Okay, so that's the English questions. Now we're going to have Spanish questions, which probably is not for me to do. But yeah, thank you.